Don't want to leave? Want to live at Disney World? I'll make it a realty reality. Everything from Dr. Phillips to Davenport, Claremont to Kissimmee, Winter Garden or Windermere, and Disney's own Celebration and Golden Oak. I'm Realtor Victor Naraki, and this is Disney at your doorstep. Hello, hello, hello. Hello from Margaritaville. So we're going to tour some of the homes today that are available. And I don't do this as often as I used to, where I'm touring investment properties. And what I love about Margaritaville is now Margaritaville is directly near Disney World. Margaritaville is really has everything feature that I say a community needs to be successful as an investment property near Disney World, because they have the number one thing is good word of mouth. You want people to be saying, I stayed in Margaritaville, you should stay in Margaritaville. That's what you want. For those of you who are watching, please say hello. Tell me where you're watching from. I started a little early because Cindy is here and I wanted to have her around too. I think she's poked into one of these places, but she gave me a price list. Hey Cindy, how are you? So we enter. Now this is a 2-bedroom unit, and I'm seeing prices in here, pool inclusive, of starting at $381. How much would something like this rent for?
Between $200 and $400 per night, depending on the season.
$200 to $400 per night. So that is well above what a 2-bedroom would get in another community. Now, if you're familiar with my list of features that are necessary, a first floor bedroom always helps. Hello from Costa Rica. Hello from Illinois. Hello, Western New York. First floor bedroom is such a great feature. And imagine just being able to walk out onto the patio in the back. Beautiful. Now, you're going to have a lot of people who want to rent, and they're bringing a large group. And the larger the group, the more chance you're going to have someone who has issues with stairs. So if you're bringing grandma and grandpa, then they have a step-in shower, which is very helpful, and a cute little living room down here. A fully equipped kitchen, even with a dishwasher, refrigerator. Is that all included in the price?
Yes, it is.
So all these appliances are included in the price. I think the only thing that isn't is your furniture and furnishings. Now, you basically have to go with a package, right?
You do. This one's city furniture. So the rental ready package with electronics, everything, art, completely rental ready is $32,500.
$32,500. Okay, great.
You can finance that.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? So we're looking at investment property in Margaritaville. It really is one of my favorite communities because of the name recognition. And that recognition has really been paying off during COVID, because they're still booking. Most of their bookings, as Cindy just told me, are domestic. So you're not having the issue of foreign bookings canceling because they can't come into the country. You want more domestic people. Bread and butter on most units are the international travelers. And then here is a bathroom with a tub. But look at this cute balcony. And this is on a 2-bedroom. It's under 400. Cindy, you can't open this door with one hand.
Trying to make it difficult for you.
Yeah. Great little bathroom. I love the way they've set up the bathroom here. So you would get a package, City, you get a furniture package that would meet the requirements of your property manager.
Correct.
Did you say that's correct?
Yes,
Okay,
so
good.
City Furniture, Ethan Allen, or Hooker. Do
Okay.
packages with.
Okay, great. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Margaritaville, they've got, for their community center, what would you say about
The amenities?
Amenities.
We
Yeah.
have the check-in lobby. It will accommodate about 4,000 folks, so it's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 pools. 2 are surrounded by sand and have cabanas around.
Mm-hmm.
Live music every day. We have the downtown city center, which is pretty substantial for us. We have about 19 different options for dining, plus some retail. And then, of course, we have the fitness center, kids club, and the full service spa.
Now, the HOA fees here are actually very reasonable when you consider other communities that I've shown you in the past. Without a pool, it's $370 a month. Now, that
I'm sorry?
include the community features?
What?
The $370.
Oh, okay, so that's gonna include your cable, internet, phone, irrigation and landscaping, pest control, daily trash. We have 2 roving security cars at all time. We have 2 manned gates. Of course, maintenance of all the common grounds, which there's a ton in here. And termite lawn, pest control, if I didn't say that. So many, many things.
But the community's features, like the pools and everything, you can use those.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, okay, great. Just make sure.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, if they
Well,
self-manage.
here's the thing. If you self-manage, no.
Then the renters are restricted from using them.
Okay, here's the thing. Other communities that I've shown you say you have to pay a social membership on top of the fee that you're paying for your HOA fees so that you can use the facilities. This is not the case here. As long as you use one of their approved management companies, and I'll tell you why as we go on, because there are a lot of issues arising right now because of companies that are renting, just taking anybody as a renter. And there have been in other communities, COVID parties that get on the news all the time, where 200 people show up to catch a virus. Unbelievable. This is our, anyway, so you want controls like this, but you also want to be able to afford the HOA fees. And I think that's where they come with a very good mix. So now this is a 3-bedroom?
This one next door is a 4.
This is a 4-bedroom. Okay, so 4 bedrooms are currently running between $485 and $536 with a pool. All of these have pools. Amazing. I think everybody's fascinated because nobody's talking. Oh, I love this. This is a nice model.
This is going to feel much more like a residential.
Yeah, this feels residential too. What are the taxes? Could you give an estimate on what the taxes
It's
would
going to
be?
be just under 2%.
Just under 2%. So 400,000 would be
Just under 8,000.
just under 8,000. Okay, so you've got a nice living room here. I love how it goes out to the patio here. This is beautiful. So you got a nice patio, and of course, for the price points I quoted, that includes a pool.
Still the option to add a spa on some of those too if they haven't started construction yet.
Okay, if they haven't started construction, you can add a spa. And as I mentioned in the very early, I see a lot of people coming on right now, is when I was renting property, one of the things that I didn't know is that you really do rely on how many people have been to that community, like it, and tell other people about it. And I always say you have to have good word of mouth on the community itself, because then they'll start researching the community, find your house and say, oh, wow, I want to be there. But here, you're in Margaritaville. Who doesn't know that name? And how much does it cost you? How much would this go for per night?
Oh my gosh, between $450 and $800 or $900 on my season.
Okay, so you got a 4-bedroom property that you can rent for $450 to $800. And again, first floor bedroom. So imagine if you think that's a good deal, as opposed to staying on property at Disney, which is right across the street, so will other people. Now, when people check in, do they actually check in at the hotel area?
They do.
Great.
Same experience as a 5-star hotel.
So you'll get the same experience as a 5-star hotel. I love these floors.
No carpet in any apartment.
No carpet. I'll tell you one thing I hated about owning a property was that I always wanted to just change out the floors. You've got it looks like is this real tile?
Yeah,
ceramic tile. So you've got tile floors, so it's very easy to clean. And everybody knows how to clean tile. People don't know how to clean bamboo. They don't know how to clean different types of flooring. So when you surprise your new cleaner with it, they don't know how to clean it. Hey, Margie, how are you? Is there any transportation to Disney?
There is. We actually have transportation to Disney, SeaWorld, and Universal.
Transportation at Disney, SeaWorld, and Universal. So you got 3 bedrooms up here. How much do you think this furniture package goes for?
You asking me? Or
Yeah.
47.
47. That's, oh my God, I love the idea of, one of the things I like about this is when I was starting my rental property 10 years ago, I had to furnish from scratch. And I really love that you don't have to worry about that. You just pay your price, you get nice furniture, and everybody can, and then you have that strong word of mouth.
Make sure that one was
Thank you. Might want to do a little power washing out here, Cindy. Anyway. But here we go. Margaritaville. I want to buy one of these. Cindy, my car's downstairs. Could I just throw this in? Yeah. So I like how, sometimes when I look at the fronts of the houses, I'm not, to be honest with you, not that impressed, because you've got the cars right there. But the backyards is where you're going to spend your time. There's no charge for the transportation to the parks, right? No charge for the transportation to the parks.
And then throughout the resort as well. So if they just want to be picked up to be taken to dinner in the front to Rock and Brews or the sushi place or what have you, they'll pick them up, they'll bring them back. So we have free in-house transportation.
So free in-house transportation as well. You just call ahead. Thank you. Now let's go look at the other bedrooms. I mean, when you're doing these houses, when I did mine, I spent so much time. I mean, I must have spent 2 weeks trying to figure out what kind of features I was going to have on the wall. You know, I think it's just, it's great not to have to worry about that stuff, just to have it all done for you. Okay, and now to the next one.
Sure.
Yeah, Patty, I love the furniture package too.
5-bedroom has the 2 front bedrooms set up as offices, so that's a little bit confusing.
Okay,
Those would normally be bedrooms.
great. My people understand offices in showing properties. So we're going to a 5-bedroom, and the 5 bedrooms range in, there's 2 available, 516 and 550.
And we have another 30 that are our final 30 that will be released as well. So if someone's interested in a certain floor plan that we're almost out of, we could find one in the last 30.
Okay. And then we're going to go to one last home. And I'll show you around a little bit, and then I'll come back on later and show you the restaurants in front. So as you enter here, you have 2 bedrooms.
All ensuite.
This one has an ensuite, which it's got an office in it right now. So there's a gentleman here. I don't want to get him on camera. And then here's another, all ensuite. So they both have their own bathroom.
All of our bedrooms will have a bathroom attached in every room.
So does this one have this? Does that one have a step-in shower too?
I believe so. Upstairs is the tub on this one.
Okay, upstairs. Okay, Kimberly missed the prices. Okay, the 2-bedroom, which we saw first, 2 bedrooms are $381 to $405. Those are the ones they currently have available. The 3 bedrooms go for $410 to $538. And then we're in, in the 5-bedroom now. We'll skip the 4th, and that's $516 to $550. Smallest cottage they offer is a 2-bedroom, and those are at about $381. Now, I do have a friend of mine actually who lives here year round.
There's 20 folks that live here.
So 20 people live here year round. They love the resort lifestyle, obviously. This is a nice kitchen. So all your appliances are included, and then you can buy on top of that the furniture package if you want to rent it through one of the approved property managers. And honestly, that's the way to go, because then when you do that, they have access to the community features. Did I get all that right?
You did.
Great.
Great job.
I know. As always, thank you for giving me the time today, Cindy. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Yeah, I get requests for investment properties. So, and there's 3 bedrooms up here.
That's behind the door here.
So if you want to stay here, just go to Margaritaville's website. Actually, just Google Margaritaville Orlando. If you want to own here, contact me, please. These are good sized rooms because that's a queen size bed. And here's the ensuite. Hello. Oh, let me show you my shirt I got today. Mary Poppins. Thank you.
They all have a laundry room as well.
Oh, they all have a laundry room as well. It's like a home away from home. Wow, this is beautiful. The TVs in the package.
Yes.
Okay, the TVs are included in those package prices. So Do they set this whole thing up for you?
Every bit of it.
So they set the whole thing up for you. I had to have my niece come out and help me set up my. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I don't know how I did it without her, but it was how I could have possibly done it. I don't know. But nice big room. Again, all tile floors, no carpet getting dirty and you know, because when you replace carpet, you have to replace the whole thing. Otherwise, everybody knows you changed your carpet. And people, you know, unfortunately, they don't really take that good care of stuff. They don't think the way they would at home. So they'll come in with dirty feet on the carpet, mess it up. So you got to make it idiot proof. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, got it. Okay. And there's some homes with some nice views. Now we're going to be are we going to be able to go over to that other house?
You can, yes.
Okay, great.
We have 2 of those left.
2 8-bedroom homes left.
Those rent between $800 and $1,500 per night.
Oh, Diane, I'm so glad you asked that question. How close to Disney are we? Disney's.
You can see Everest and Tower of Terror from here. So it's literally right across 192, the backside of Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. It's on the backside of Animal Kingdom. If you're familiar with the 192 is like 2 minutes from Animal Kingdom. You could get onto Osceola Parkway, it takes you through there. You could get from Osceola, you get onto Lake Buena Vista. You're right into Disney World. So you're like 5 minutes away. Plus, they provide transportation from here for your guests and for you. So you can, and one thing Cindy pointed out, from certain vantage points in here, you can see Everest and the Tower of Terror. And the Epcot fireworks when they start back. Ooh, can't wait for that. Thank you. And here is the master bath. Let's step in shower. All right, so last house we're going to go to. That'd be great.
It's all big left.
Oh, it's big?
Yes, 4,090 square foot.
Oh, wow. Oops, camera's in the wrong. Okay, there we go. Walking down the steps. Isn't this nice? Look at that. This margarita is not the over 55 margarita that I can show you on other sections of Florida. But I can certainly set up an appointment with you for an over 55. It would not be near Disney. There is an over 55 coming in Winter Garden. It's called the Oasis, but they have not even broken ground yet on the infrastructure. So we're talking 2 years out before anybody could possibly be moving into there. And that'll, honestly, they can't be any closer to Disney unless they were in Disney itself. So when your guests check in here, they go to the main hotel, get their keys, get their directions. And then they come right up here.
They'll follow them back with a golf cart to make sure they know how to operate everything.
Oh my gosh.
Those rules have been kind of cut back with COVID, but they're just now starting to do it again.
So they will actually escort you to your house to make sure you get in. Yeah. Can you come anytime at night though?
Anytime, 24 hours.
Okay, I got to sit down and think about that, because my sister's watching and she knows how many times I used to get phone calls late at night of people trying to check into the house and the door wouldn't work, the key wouldn't work. Here you get your guests, this is what they're paying for. they get private assistance to make sure they get in. What that means to me is I'm not writing a 4-star review when I come to this place to stay. I'm writing a 5-star review because I'm getting a 5-star experience. And that's what I always say. I'll say it again. You need good word of mouth if you're going to have a successful rental property. Okay, so now we're going to go into the 8-bedroom. There's only 2 more of these left. Oh man, how much are these?
$1 million. So I know you want both, right?
Yep, they're $1 million. These are $1 million properties. So if you have somebody who's interested in something like this for an investment, where they want to, have some income too to offset the costs, and maybe they use it a couple months out of the year, this is the place to be. Everything is pristine, Jeff, and that's one of the things that you really need in a short-term rental community. You can't have some short-term rental communities who have experienced the financial crisis have turned many of those units into long-term renters. Now, those long-term renters don't have the respect for the property that you need in neighbors. And what's happening is those are not so often such good investments. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're fine, but sometimes they're not. And I always say it's great to have that word of mouth and that proper management. And here you're going to get that. That was probably too much detail to scare people out. But there's 4 bedrooms downstairs, right? 4 bedrooms downstairs. As I always say, one of my features is you need at least 1 bedroom downstairs. And you don't even have to think about what to put in the place. You just get the package. Looks like quartz everywhere, right?
Correct, yes.
Quartz. I say quartz and then I think it's granite and then I go back. Okay.
No maintenance.
No maintenance.
Quartz is easy.
Yeah. Oh, I wish on mine I had thought about putting tiles all throughout the floors. Because the carpet was a real pain in the butt. But so here's the type of pool you can get. This one, of course, includes the bubbling spa. Oh, I have to go out there. Woo! I didn't hear what you said. Now, okay. Oh my goodness. Look at this. So this is the $1 million property. None of the pools are screened in though, right?
No, not here. For whatever reason, we don't have an issue with bugs. It might be the magic of Disney or the draft off the lagoon. But yeah, thankfully, only love bugs. And right next to us, Victor, those are hybrid homes. We're not even really advertising them yet. That's a 2-bedroom that is basically right up to the water. No pool, so if someone doesn't want a pool, it has the deck over the water. They're going to be closer to 600, a lot more square footage, but it's going to have even the finishes inside will be a little bit higher end.
Wow, beautiful.
There'll be 13 of those. And that's included in the final 80 that we have. So we really only have about 65.
If you get on just to show you where we are, if you were to get on the 429 right there, one exit, you're right off at Disney. But you wouldn't probably go that way. You'd probably go through Sherborne and take you right into Animal Kingdom area, Osceola Parkway. So you're 5 minutes from Disney. Now, if you go to Disney and say you bring, there's 6 people, right? Are you all going to fit into one room? No, you're going to need a little something bigger. So you may want to rent a 3-bedroom home or possibly a 4-bedroom home. And if you have an even bigger group, wouldn't it be nice to all stay in the same area instead of different floors different floors, different rooms in the same, hotel? But now you're talking about renting several rooms. And your furniture packages include the TV. Nice big closet. No. Nice big bathroom. Nice tub. It's one of the things I used to get requests for was a tub. Ooh, I like the toiletries. I'm just going to take these for later. No. You got 3 more bedrooms to look at. But again, all tile. Look at these balconies here. We have to go out on the balcony before we're done. Every home has a laundry room. So if you have 8 bedrooms, you have 8 baths. Is that it? Let me see. Oh, this says their 8 bedrooms have 10 baths or 9 baths. They have enough bathrooms for everybody who comes to go to use the potty at the same time. The thing is, when you have a very, very large group, as my sister is pointing out, you really could be, you really could be so separated that the only time you see each other is when you're at the parks. And that really isn't conducive to meeting up with your cousin who you haven't seen in 2 years. You want this family togetherness that you really get when you rent a house together. Well, the maid service is not daily, but it does come after you leave. So you're responsible for keeping the place tidy while you're here. Patty's. They can get daily. You have any idea how much that is?
Depends on the size of the home. It could be as little under $20 for the 2-bed. The 8-bed, I think, is about $50-$55.
There's another floor. I didn't realize there's another floor. So yes, you can get daily maid service for an extra charge.
And they charge it to the renters.
They charge it to the renters, yes. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. So I'm sure they'll give you a little flexibility with what you could put up here, right?
Yes. Some people deck it out with a bunch of games. One of the 8 bedrooms I just sold, they put out every table game you could possibly think of in there. So.
Wow. And I will tell you here, this is the owner's closet, obviously. So you could use this for your storage, for your things when you're in town.
Not enough space, right?
Yeah. I love these signs. Mine's got to say Victorville. I need to say Victorville. And then here's another full-size bath. So one last look. And I'll tell you, they do have terrific security here. A lot of my customers used to ask, and unfortunately we didn't have it, was how's the security? And you could have a gated community that's not manned, and you don't get very much security at all. But I will tell you, I drove in to the main gate. I told them I was coming here, and someone followed me the entire way. And while it kind of annoyed me, you know what? You want that for your customers, to feel that they're secure. I mean, the idea that someone comes out and shows you how to operate thing like is amazing to me. So you can order a pool by itself, or you could get it with the bubbling spa, correct?
Correct. Yeah, all those prices do include a pool. That's our first phase with all pools. So you'll see, if you look behind Victor, these smaller homes, they're just starting to dig the pools. This will be the first row that the interior homes have pools. All the rest did not have that open to them.
Okay. Yeah, you know me, Jeff. I'm all about the view. I don't like places that don't have a good view. Isn't that beautiful? And it's Margaritaville. I love it. If anybody wants my top 10 features that renters look for in a community, just email me at my Facebook page at Naraki Realtor. I'll be glad to send it to you. But I will tell you, Margaritaville has all 10. Okay, so I'll go outside, and then Cindy, thank you so much for I didn't expect you to come with me today. I'm so pleased.
Just in case you had a question or two.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's great. So if you're looking for investments, or you want a place for yourself that you could use partially, please message me, like my Facebook page. And also share this video with anyone you know who's looking for an investment or a second home in Florida, or a residence, or an over 55. I can find you those too. This would make a cool over 55. Though you could be.
At some point, it might get there. We have plenty of owners who intend on living here at some point. They're just going to get someone else to pay for it for them first.
Okay, so what Cindy was saying. Thank you, Cindy. Elbow. Thank you. I'm going to go out to the front probably and do a little video out there too.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, now I can take my mask off. So, yeah. So, some people do live here full time, and I will tell you, I have sold over 55s that have been at this price point, or around this price point as well. So, 380 isn't out of the realm of possibility for a over 55 community. And obviously they're still working here, but there's only 80 houses left to sell. Now, after that, they're all going to be, oh my gosh, look at that. I'm going to go sit out here. After that, they're going to be resales. I'm going to come back here and take some pictures. Great colors on the house. Yes, Chris, they are beautiful. So, does anybody have any questions? And if you don't, I'm just going to start talking about other communities that I'm going to be showing later on. I'm hoping to go to a very high-end resort community in next couple of weeks. I haven't made the plans yet for next Sunday. And then later on this month, I'm going to be on Resort TV1. They're going to interview me at my house because my house is going to be hopefully closer to being ready. I've been in there 6 months and I still don't feel like it's ready. Look at this. What was the price, Lynn? Well, these houses are investment homes that start from 381 to $1 million. But that may seem very high to you, but I want to point out two things. They have two management companies that they allow to use here. And those management companies have been successful in bringing a good number of people in. Now, I don't like to quote what their figures are. I want you to go to them first. But the thing is, this community is still getting the bookings. They don't have a lot of international travelers here. They have mostly domestic. And, as we know, international travel has really been halted. So this is a very good... I'll get them. I'll ask Cindy and I'll get the management company names and I'll post links on this video later on. So if you commented on it, I'll post a link. So and I've said this several times and I know people are coming in and coming out. The number one thing that you want in a community is for people to have good word of mouth about the community. You want people to recommend it to their friends. And standard communities, one of the hard lessons I learned doing rental properties was that people were not recommending the community that I had bought in. So that made me have to work even harder to get guests. Now, I was rented 48 weeks out of the year, which is really unheard of. The average would be 30, and some people get well below that. But I was rented 48 weeks out of the year because I had a features that people were looking for. They were looking for something, that would make that their kids would be interested in. So I decorated the kids' rooms. From what I understand, they are block with frame. These houses are block with frame. They're not block on block. That is not code here. Actually, frame is still code here. All frame is still code here. So, yes, that's one of the, yes. And so, listen, just Google Margaritaville. Margaritaville, Orlando. And you will find this place you could stay here instead of staying on property. Rent a whole house instead of, several rooms. And then just, split it accordingly. I mean, it does have all the features that I look for. It's got the community center. It's got, you've got a community center. I'm sorry, sometimes it's difficult for me to talk and walk and think and everything. So you do have all the features that, you would need in a short-term rental community. Downstairs bedroom, very important. Great community center. How close are you to Disney? 5 minutes. Good word of mouth. Places for the kids to play when they're not at the parks. Hey, Kathy. But look at this. What a lovely stroll this is. Now, as I mentioned, there are 20 people who live here year round. There are people who are going to live here when they retire, but they're having their mortgage paid off as they, and using it as an income property until they're ready to retire. So I'm going to ask you this again, if you could. Please like and share this video. Please comment on it. Share it with anyone who is looking to move to this area. And also share my Facebook page. I would love to get 100 new Facebook subscribers this month. I'm doing a lot of things to do that. I am no longer on one of the streaming services, and I'm kind of happy about that because they didn't bring me too many people, but they did bring me a nice audience. Look at this. Isn't this fantastic? Imagine coming here. Imagine, compare this to one room at Key West. You could get 4 bedrooms for the price of one room at Key West. I'm generalizing on the prices, okay? But so if this is appealing for you to stay at, it will be for your own guests if you own here. Sorry, someone was. HOA fees? Good question, Lynn. I love the HOA fees here. I absolutely do. Now remember, these include cable, phone, internet, landscaping, and helicopter going over. Landscaping and all the community access to the community features. And if you have a pool, it includes pool. That's $500 a month. Now, without a pool, it's $370. So, in comparison to other communities that I know, okay, there are other communities around. They're further away outside of Disney, okay, and you have to pay for a social membership so that you could use the features that are there. And while it's a beautiful community, that may not be worth it for you. So 500 or 370 in comparison to what you're getting: landscaping, internet, cable, pool care, is a good price. Can you see the fireworks? The fireworks would be that way, and I believe some of them would be blocked in very front of the community. I would say yes. They said you could see the Epcot fireworks from here. It includes the pool cleaning. If you have pool care, you're going to be paying about at least $100 a month. So they have a very inclusive package, and they don't really want 10 different pool companies or 100 different pool companies coming in and taking care of pools. So it includes the pool care by the service that they pay. And that's a really nice feature. Yes, if you own your own pool, they take care of it. If you don't have a pool, it's re- taken out. It's not included in your HOA fee. And some people don't have pools. If you have an infant child, you may not want a pool, because then you could take them to the community pool, they have 3 pools here with 0 entry and sand surrounding it, and you can watch your child more directly. If you don't, then you do have the gates around it, you also have the alarm. But it, some people may not want to rent with a pool. So we're about 5 minutes from Disney World right now. This is a brand new. Everything here is really new in the last 3 years. I remember when this was an empty field. It was an empty field for many, many years. It used to be a theme park called Splendid China, right? Splendid China. I think it was Splendid China, and it was a tribute to everything China. Imagine why it didn't go over too well. But it closed down one day all of a sudden. They just closed. They closed down and it never reopened. And I think the land went for like 25 million or something like that at foreclosure. But yeah, this was all one big piece of property. If you look up Splendid China online, you'll see what I mean. Beautiful pool there. Kids swimming in the pool. But look at these. These are some hybrid homes. These are going to be 2 bedrooms, no pool, just overlooking the pond. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm going to be signing off soon, and I think I'm going to come back if I can get a parking space over at the entrance to Margaritaville, where it's this beautiful shopping plaza. One of the things that I really like here is that when your guests check in, this is something Cindy pointed out to me, is that they greet you, they make sure you get in, and they show you around so that you know how everything works. That's a great feature, and you do not get that at your standard rental property. And that's all included in your HOA fees, and the fees that the customer pays to stay there. So a little breeze came in. I'm going to see if I have any questions here as I get under the shade. Well, here's what it is. It's the best of both worlds. It's 2 things combined. It's a small cottage home with a pond view. Usually the pond views are on the 8-bedroom $1 million homes. So these are for the people who want a smaller home, no pool, but great view. Yeah. Is there a covered parking? No. Parking is open space parking. There are no garages. You park on the street. Now, let me tell you, when I first came here, I thought, what kind of thing is this? This is not appealing to me. What is appealing is that the backyards have a nice space in the back, and that's where you're going to be spending your time, not in the front of the house. So, yes, I would like a garage, but then you wouldn't be able to have a bedroom downstairs. So, this is more for someone who wants the resort style. So, anyway, I'm going to be signing off now. If you have any questions, you reach me on my Facebook page at Naraki Realtor or my website, celebratingflorida.com. And in a little bit, I'll probably come back and show you Margaritaville. Now, they have a water park here, and that's called like H2O. I'm not going to go into that because I would only do that if it was empty and if it was, early morning hours and closed, because you and I both know most people do not want a camera in their face when they're in their bathing suit. So, thank you so much for your time. Okay. Bye-bye. Making the dream of a Disney lifestyle a reality. I'm Victor Naraki. Contact me on Facebook at Naraki Realtor or my website, celebratingflorida.com. Thanks for watching Disney at your doorstep.